restart my recording. All right, so as I said, this is our 2020 Fall Product Service Unit just-in-time training for dashboards. I'm sorry, I completely botched the name of that. So we're just going to go over the very brief basics of the dashboard. We're going to start by logging into your administration site. For those of you that have multiple roles, such as service unit and troop, you'll be able to select which role you want to log into first from here. Don't worry, you can switch between the roles as well, and I'll show you how to do that as well. All right, your first step will be to enter in both the recognition delivery addresses as well as the reward delivery addresses. It is 2 addresses that you have to enter. Even if it's the same address, you have to enter it twice because it is 2 different lists that get pulled, and you cannot enter PO boxes. They do have to be physical addresses because the products will be coming from the service unit. Wow, I cannot get my words today. The product will be coming from the warehouses, and the recognitions will be coming from UPS, FedEx, and even Council. So these have to be physical addresses. Please make sure to include a phone number and an email address as well, and if there's any specific instructions regarding that delivery location. All right, once you enter the first one, you'll do save and continue, and you'll be able to enter the second one. We're going to go ahead and skip all of these for now. For the most part, you will all only have one option here in the dropdown to view your service unit. For the few of you who may actually have multiple service units, then you'll be able to select between them here. Once the program gets started, you can track the sales for your service unit through this bar graph. The next thing that I recommend doing is going in and editing your avatar. And you'll be able to update your avatar. Once it's created, you can download it and use it anywhere that you wish to use it. Next is your patch. When you select on this, it'll give you the option to choose between the hammock or the kayak, and make sure you put in your shipping address. Now this can be a PO box because this comes through the postal service, but it does need to be a current address. Once you save it, it'll just ask for you to confirm it. And then you're set. That way, once you earn your patch, and all service unit volunteers will be receiving a patch for participating in the program, troop volunteers will earn the patch once they've reached $750 in troop sales. Okay. As I mentioned, if you're in multiple roles, you'll be able to switch between your roles here. By selecting change role, and it'll allow you to select. We're not going to do that right now because I want to move on with some of the other things to show you. All right. So under your managed service unit, troops, and Girl Scout, this is where you'll be able to look at your your service unit specific information. All right. If you, as you can see, I've already entered the address for our council shipping information. If you need to go in and edit it at any time, you most certainly can. If you notice an error, or if you're going to have somebody else be there for rewards, or something needs to be changed, you can go in and do that. I'm going to pause for just a moment and let Rosa in. Just one moment. Yeah. All right. So again, if you need to make any edits to the address, you can do so here, and make sure you click save. All right, and we're going to back out because I have access to all the service units, so it's going to give me everybody's stuff. All right. From this site, you can also view your sales reports for the entire council. Again, right now, there's not going to be anything because the program hasn't actually started. And you can also view any payments that have been made or what the troops owe to council. From your troops section, again, going to filter so that we're only looking at my practice council. You'll see all of the troops that are associated with your service unit. In this case, I just have the one troop because this is my play troop that I do all of these trainings under. When you look through that list, if it's incorrect, if you have troops on there that you know have been disbanded, then please reach out to product@gsdsw.org and let us know so that we can remove them. The list that we pulled down was done at the end of August, so it may not be completely updated with which troops are not continuing into the new membership year. Also, if there are troops missing, for those, please reach out to info@gsdsw.org. They will be entered into the system once they have been confirmed as troops in compliance. They have their 2 adults, their 5 girls, and a troop fall product coordinator in place. Then they will be added to the system. I'm not going to click on the Girl Scouts because I don't want to show any of the girl information and it doesn't allow me to filter. But under Girl Scouts, you'll be able to see all the girls registered for your service unit and which troops that they are in. Again, this is based off of the list that we pulled at the beginning of the month for girls registered for 2020-21. So for the next membership year. If you have Girl Scouts that have registered since then, they will not automatically be added to the system, but that's okay. You can still get them added to the troops. Have the troop volunteers reach out to info@gsdsw.org. Yes, .org. With the list, the names of the girls who are missing so that we can verify their enrollment and then get them added to the system. All right. So going back to our home screen, next section, so before any troops are allowed to pick up product from you in November, they have to enter in their ACH information. Now, in order to do this, if you go to reports, in order for you to verify this, you go to reports, special reports, and then troop product and financials. This will then bring up a dialog box that you download. Give me one moment. And then it'll have, you'll pull up this screen. Now it'll be for just your service unit. Keep in mind, I have all the service units on here, but it will show all of the items that were ordered for that troop. If you scroll to the end, you will see troop bank account info added. Obviously right now it's going to say no across the board because the troops haven't gotten into the system yet and haven't added their information. But before you hand out any information or before you hand out any products, please make sure you download this document and verify that this says yes. The only exception is going to be with IRMs, the individually registered members. Verify with them how they are turning in money to council because they will have 3 options. So it is possible for IRMs to have a no there. They are the only ones that are allowed to have a no and still be able to pick up product. All other troops must have a yes in that column before they can proceed. All right. The rest of the reports we're actually going to cover in another just-in-time training covering the reports themselves. So we're not going to go into any detail on that. You can also send messages to your troops. The ones that have logged in, you can send out ones who haven't logged in as a reminder. If you've got some that are missing patch information, we'll show you that in a moment. There's all sorts of different messages that you can send out. And again, this will show just your service unit unless you are one of the few that have multiple service units. Okay. Now, personalized patches is the other section that you might want to check in on regularly. Once the program begins, this will populate anybody who has earned the personalized patch and tell you where it is in production. If it's been sent for production, if there's an error, for example, they didn't set up the patch and the shipping address, or if it's already been sent out. So this will be updated on a regular basis. But again, if somebody has earned the patch, give it at least an hour or 2 before it populates within here because there is a little bit of a lag between troops, volunteers, and Girl Scouts earning the patch to it actually being processed. All right. Paper order entry is another just-in-time training, so I'm not going to go over the specifics on that. Troops won't even be able to do that until towards the very end of the in-person portion of this program, so be sure to check out the just-in-time training covering that. as well as banking and payments. That's going to be in our finances, financial entering, and that kind of thing. All right. And that is, let me just check my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yep. That is all that I have for the service unit dashboards for tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my recording and then open it up if you guys have any questions.